Hey folks, welcome back. This is Lucid, and we're jumping back into our game with Late Age Ohm. And yeah, so we've got an interesting turn, because we took a bit of a roll of the dice. We decided to go attack one of the heavily entrenched provinces of Tartary, and we will see if it pays off. So here we go. Big battle time. On our side we have some rangers. And we weren't really expecting him to charge, we were expecting it to be an arrow thing, so we spread out, and that seems to be the right call, because it's just the PD that's charging in. These guys appear to be shooting, so it's good we're in skirmish. Our guys are on fire closest, and they're trying to get this heavy cav killed before the wolves die. Got some summon imps coming in. They're not doing that much. We're about to rout the Bakemono here. My front line is kind of caved, and we've taken a lot of arrows. Even though a lot of my guys haven't died, a lot of them are damaged. Let's get one more round off, and that should rout the cav. But unfortunately, these archers just sitting here shooting at us have really taken their toll. And they're about out of ammo, so they're about to run in. And this charge can be pretty devastating. In some ways, this is the wrong unit. I think I talked about this a few episodes ago. This is not the right unit to be building against Tartary. The reason I built a ton of it was because it's cheap in resources, and I can mass them. And that's what allowed me to take his cap. If I were building his Y-handers or something, I wouldn't have been able to have a big enough army to kill it. And they get picked apart a little bit by range too, so. And yeah, this is going to be kind of a massacre here on the retreat. So it didn't work, is the short summary. We kind of got wrecked. We lost a fair amount of stuff. And of course, Tartary's super stoked about this, which it's cool. I'd be stoked about this too. I mean, he's doing his best to extract a pound of flesh. And poor Tartary, I mean, he was just the nicest player that could be. And was trying to make peace, even though I was being really aggressive and, like, took this. But I also was ready to PD dump it and fight him, and he would have been screwed. But, you know, wanting to be peaceful. But he's playing something, I mean, like, he's playing essentially like a free spawn nation, which, like, people give call pop kill bad names, but really it's being free spawn that is the problem. And it's just the fact that pop kill also tend to be free spawn, and Tartary is a free spawn nation basically. So, you know, it's I don't feel terrible about jumping on him before his crazy infinitely scaling stuff you know, gets me. But, God, my hair thing just broke. Okay. We also attacked Oceania. We were trying to bump Atlantis here. Because Atlantis had a kind of big squad. Atlantis is winning, and we don't want him to win quickly. We're actually happy Atlantis is winning, but we want him to win slowly. Anyway, we don't. But this was done with the blessings of Oceania. I asked him if he wanted me to try to bump, and he said, yeah, go for it. So anyway, we did it. The nice thing about this is a good province, and we get to go ahead and put our flag here, which I like. Which I like a lot. You know, one thing I'm wondering, because I'm a little farther ahead here. Oh my god, I could cast Bat Transformation. I'm just thinking a few turns ahead. All right, so we lost this. It sucks. What was the final thing? We killed 23 dudes. Otherwise, everything we killed was PD. And you can see he had a ton. I thought the Bakemono were at least part of his units, but no, they were all province defense. So it's just a huge PD dump. It's annoying. It's annoying, but I guess this is what happens when you get infinite money from people sending it to you when you lose your capital. And yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to come in here. We've got a plan. And the plan is, I don't want to have... Okay, there's a few things. My dragon cannot make it here this turn, right? He was busy doing dragon things. like taking this. He could have, but I wanted this. I wanted this enough that I didn't want to risk it. And what I should have probably done is come down here and take this. But if I took this, then he would take this next turn. And this would essentially become eternally Atlantis's, if Atlantis wins this war. So I kind of wanted to take this and get this 100 gold province for mine and potentially bump Atlantis. That would have been worth it. But anyway, the net effect of that is because we didn't send our dragon here, we ended up losing this, which was not good. And now we're not in position to send our dragon here, because I'd also like to have him here. So we're going to try this, and I set up some test games. I'm not going to show them to you because it'll be boring, but this is kind of cool. We've got one of the setups you can do in Dominions Enhanced, which is you put an Axe of the Berserker, which gives you Gone Berserk, which is a trait that kind of sucks, but it puts you Berserk, so you can't cast spells or anything, and you run forward, and it gives you quickness. So you actually go apeshit. And I think it's Berserker 3. And then this also gives you Berserker 3. So we have Berserker 6. So this guy basically gets very, very angry, and we've given him protection stacking. The Earth Gnome comes built in with with regen. And yeah, and he's got an Amulet of Giant, so he's going to have more HP. I want him to get buffed with Legions of Steel. And we're going to do that that'll give him like an extra 2 or 3 protection. We're going to do that by pinning him in here with these guys. And we're pinning him in with line formations. It's actually really hard. If you put him in the middle of a blob, he generally will never get pinned. You have to set him up like this. So anyway, we're pinning him in. And then we're going to buff him up. And he's going to run forward. Now, these guys, I ran simulations. And what happened in the simulations I ran was I had them scripted to hold an attack. And they do a few shots. The Lance Chargers kill the wolves. And then they run forward, and as they lance charge, they hit these guys, and it's mostly fine. And these guys kill everybody in melee, and then they run around killing everybody here. And then some of these squads will live, some won't. Some will retreat, but some will live and march forward. And they kind of kill everything slowly. Maybe the last one barely rats at the end, and then this guy goes and finishes off and kills everybody. This guy will die alone for sure, 100% for sure, if I send him in here alone. Because he can't handle the lance charges. He needs all the other guys to do that. And he also kind of needs a little bit of help at the beginning. Aside from the lance charges, just a ton of dudes. Like, if everybody's shooting arrows at him and all that, he's not really... that's too much for him. So we're going to do that, and meanwhile we're pulling more troops up. And we're going to prepare to go on this province next. So that's basically this turn. It's a little risky, but we're not wagering that much. We're wagering like 3 turns of cap recruitment, which I don't care that much about. And a few of these guys. And then this guy with some gear. You know, it's not nothing. But if it can clear this without me having to use my dragon, I'm going to be really happy. So, that is the plan. I don't think we have too much more to say about this particular turn. Let's go to turn 28. Turn 28. We got some earth gems. We're doing a bunch of trading. I'm not going to talk about all that. We're making hammers. We're making boosters. We're doing a ton of things for people. And normally I don't like making boosters for people, but in a game this big, as long as they're not my neighbor, I don't care. Tartary attacks me here, and we rebuff him. And it's actually really close. I think this... yeah, this could have gone either way. Anyway, wrecked. I mean, that's how you killed 19 Rangers all, which kind of hurts. We get to see Vanheim running in. And this is good. We get to see Vanheim's Bless. You can see he's using a lot of these herdmen. Which is interesting. These are going to be horrible against me. But, he's got that attack skill, magic weapons, poison resistance, fire resistance, blood bond, and blood surge. Wait, how does he have 5 fire resistance? Oh, he has attack skill. Okay. So anyway, that's his bless. And yeah, these guys run forward and kill it. That's a lot of these guys, though. That is a lot of these guys. God, we will murder these so hard. Like, they just don't hit hard enough. Maybe if you get Strength of Giants on them, they can start doing stuff. But, like, crossbows... I mean, even just swarms of wolves will harass their defense down and probably kill them. They don't have magic weapons. We'll be able to deal with that later. We got some... I think we have Eye of the Gods going up, and then we have Mother Earth gets stolen. Some Pangea had it got stolen. Now it's this person. They'll have it for a few turns. They'll get stolen by somebody else. We're not going to play that game. Utgard put up Eye of whatever, Eyes of the God, and we gave him the crystal coin for that. I probably could have charged him more for that crystal coin. I knew he was going to cast Eye of the God with it. And then we have our fateful attack here, and let's see if this worked. And I want to reaffirm that I did test this. But it was a little, it's a little risky. So Legions of Steel went off. You can see my guy just anxious to get it out. There goes the second one. Now we still take some damage from these arrows. I mean, our protection is really good, but without a shield, you end up kind of getting a little wrecked by arrows still, even with really high protection. Like 25 protection, you're still going to take some damage. But what we do, and the other thing that sucks is this guy got a little trapped. He wasn't out here murdering things here at the beginning. He really couldn't find a way to break through. And then they start getting banished. And now they're probably about to run, because we're about the HP route. But this guy is Berserk. And he's going to town. And his max HP is 27. And you can see he's staying right at it. His current protection is 32. Almost do it. They're about, if we do the turn timer, turn 36, 40, I'm gonna speed it up here. They're starting to run. We're getting here close to the end. We've got a never healing wound, which sucks, because now our max, I think, maybe, what, yeah, I think this actually is how it was. So, what's happened here... let me I can't slow it down. Okay. What's going to happen is these cons are going to come in. And look, he just took a hit for 19. And that was from a lance charge from the con. Let me see if we can find it. I probably scrolled right over it or something. And then another... Okay, he's fine. And then another con comes in. And this guy comes in, and he's got a core step, doesn't matter. This con has the heavy lance. And he smacks the dog shit out of him. And they've basically all run by this point. Right here, 16 points of damage with the lance. And then he gets hit again by a lance. In this case, it was by this guy. So it was the cons coming in that actually killed him, which is interesting. But like I said, we can't handle the lance charge. I wasn't expecting the lance charge at the end. This didn't really happen in any of my tests either. But you can see it basically worked. We routed essentially their whole army. And there's just a couple guys here at the end. That being said, it was not a victory. We killed... This is not a great trade. I mean... Gold-wise, we traded about even, but this was not what I wanted, right? And the PD obviously is going to come back. So that's our life. We get attacked by the Throne of Gaia. Here we kill everything because they go in my blood hunting province. And here we've actually got a fertility cult we have to get out too. And apparently when you have DE, this is a spell they can cast, where they summon a bunch of carnivorous plants, which have 5 ammunition of armor negating poison damage. And rip our wolves. Thank you, game. We get attacked there. We get attacked here. And here we get beaten, which is annoying, because we've also got a fertility cult here. And we're trying to patrol it out. We can't do it. Because you have this bullshit. Somehow this is a fun thing. Alright, thank you, game. And then here we get attacked again and we lose. Stupid. This is pretty cancer. We've definitely been paying for our misfortune this game. This isn't, I mean, this is the turn of Gaia, so it's not actually that affected, but we've had a nice combination of whoever it is that says, oh, I take misfortune and I still get really good events. To hell with you. To hell with you. It's not how it is when I play the game. Not how it is at all. Look, we get all these minus income, permanent minus income events, a bunch of fucking unrest, population leaving. So horrible. God damn. These events are tied. The people leave. 800 leave, but you get 400 back. God damn it. I want 800 back, you bastard. Anyway. Nevertheless, life will go on. We're attacking here. We got some imps we're going to summon with these guys attacking. That should be able to kill the Ivy King. Then they're going to come and hit this up. Okay, we got to be careful. We have to respect Tartary. Here's what we did. We did a very good job respecting his PD dumps early. And we took things that he wasn't PD dumping. And we repelled him every time he tried to get out of his PD dump. So we did that well. But we've gotten a little greedy here. And we had our dragon doing things. And then when our dragon wasn't doing those things, we basically needed our dragon to kill it, and we haven't had him present to kill it efficiently. So what we're going to do is basically we're empowering in blood, and the reason is because we could jump in here, but I kind of want to wait for a few things. I want to wait for Alt 4, and then I'm going to be able to do Moss Body and Body Ethereal. I don't want if my dragon dies, I'm going to be really sad. So basically, we're going to wait for Alt 4 and hit this, and we're going to have more troops. We're going to just be extra careful now. So this really slowed us down quite a while. Which sucks, because it's going to mean all the people we're going to fight for our next war are going to be stronger. So anyway, for Swakili, we're like, all the people we're going to fight, and we're like, he's like, oh shit. Anyway. So yeah, in case he raids out, we're going to try to catch him here. We're bringing in another big army here, and then we're going to consolidate them and take this with our dragon. Then we're going to move the army here, and then we're going to take this with our dragon, and then can go to hell. That is what is going to happen. God, we actually would do really good with our dragon against this PD. Because it's Bakemono, so we stomp them actually extremely efficiently. Extremely efficiently. Get quickness. Yeah, that's the other thing we get is quickness. So we're making a few things this turn. We're making... First of all, we've got Skull Mentors being made, and I finally... No, I haven't. I'm hoping this next turn I'm going to finally get a death random. I've only gotten one death random and one nature random, and everything else has been the bullshit, garbage, astral, and blood randoms, which I don't want. I've gotten literally one of each of the two good paths. And we've got none of the air randoms. We finally got some last turn. We can start making Alquills. I think I turned this off because we're a little low on air gems, and I want to spin these with the hammer. But yeah, we're making, as soon as it's come, right now we're making one Skull Mentor a turn, but when I've already got another Skull Staff. And we're going to start making 2 a turn, which would be nice. Yeah, so that's good. We've started building a palisade up here too. And I think that is mostly it. We've also started building a palisade here. We're going to go ahead and get this area fortified up. This is a great province. 20,000 people is phenomenal. It's a large farm with fresh water. It's just an excellent province. I mean, this one's also super good. 23,000. I don't think we're building a palisade here yet, but we really should as soon as we can. I mean, these are so good that we're probably going to go ahead and turn them into citadels as fast as we can. I need to turn Tartary into a citadel as well, which I'm quite sure I can do. Yeah, so we'll need to do that also. But yeah, having this as a citadel, because like if you look at the admin, this is 30 admin, which means you get bonus 15% income. And then this is, I'm sorry, this is 60, so we get a bonus 30%. So if you look at this, I think these probably both have our scales. Wait, how do they make more money than me? Does this have like a gold thing? How did they make more money than me here? How did they make more money? I was sitting here ready to be like, oh, we make a lot more money. We have a tiny bit of unrest, but damn. I wish you could click on some of these numbers and it would tell you how they got to be. All right. We're going to have to... I'm going to actually test this out. We're going to test this real quick. You know, we're going to do a little science here, guys. A little tiny bit of science. Okay, we're going to do Ulm and Tartary, and we've got to conquer... New Ulm, Tartary. Don't care what it is. We're just going to build a mountain of dudes. Whoops. Gonna give you a nice big pile of guys to go expand with real quick. Gonna pick up these guys. Tartary, we need to make some heavy horse warriors. We need one province for Tartary to camp in, because we're about to take their cap, as one does with Tartary. Okay. And we're going to make one more of these guys. And off we go. So Ulm, I'm making 345. We take this, build a temple. We're going to preach here. New Ulm. Okay, we're going to preach here. Don't think it will matter. We're going to go ahead and get our Dominion in here. Okay, our Dominion's here. 300, 370. Weird. Weird. I wonder if it has to do with being coastal. No, they're both coastal here. This makes sense, though, because we have a better fort. Okay, well, the thing I want to make sure most is if I upgrade Tartary, I indeed get more money. Well, let's patrol real quick. 340. We still make more in Ulm. Okay, but we don't make a lot more. But we have less population. We had a bad event. Oh, well, we're 346. $328. Oh, this is the seasons. All right, we have a citadel now, so 390. Okay, so this makes sense. Everything works as I thought, but I don't know what is making Tartary. Oh god, what turn was I on? I think were we 28? Yeah, this seems right. Yeah, this is the turn we're on. So yeah, I don't know what makes Tartary so high income. I mean, it is crushing it right now. Oh, I know what it is. It's the heat scales. Ulm is heat 3, and this is only heat 1. So that's what it is. Okay. That is what it is. And I think that makes up for the difference that, well, Ulm has way better scales on these other two. Basically 2 order versus 2 heat. Okay, that could explain a significant part of the spread. Anyway, once we get this upgraded to a citadel, it'll be good. We haven't started doing it, though, but we need to. And then these are going to be citadels here and here, definitely. And I think that's basically it. We're going to go ahead and go to the next turn, because we're doing a ton of things. I spent a ton of time microing on these turns, but I don't know how much of it's interesting. A lot of it's forging. We're making hammers. I think we're making 2 hammers a turn. Oh, no, we're making earth boots. And once I have these earth boots, I can make 2 hammers a turn. We're also trading a bunch of stuff. I'm sending outposts to Atlantis. Trading water gems with Oceania. We're doing all sorts of things. People want to be trading, and I be trading with them. And let's go to 29. Turn 29. More trading. A message from Yis. This actually is really funny. Reminder that when graphs aren't posted in a game, the graph holder has already been ahead in 100% of cases. Anyway, they post graphs, and Yis is indeed. I don't know if I've talked about this. I was fear-mongering a lot against Yis. Fear-mongering's not the right word. Trying to warn the world of what is happening down here, because Yis has already taken Hinam. This is Hinam. And Bod, sadly, is trapped on this island with Yis. And sadly, Bod also got his expansion fucked by an Amazon event where you have these hordes. You can see them right here. This is like a horde of griffins that have come in, and they're messing with him. So, poor Bod, he's going to get eaten by... I mean, he was going to get eaten... If Hinam was able to hold on, they would have made it. Hinam and I were talking a lot. But, yeah. The Yes player is pretty good. So, this is a pretty unfortunate situation for these two guys, because on one hand, they need to, like, fight each other to get off the island. On the other hand, they have to work together to keep Yes from killing him. Yeah, this basically is a free thing for the... If you have a good underwater player, the diplomacy is such that, like, they have to fight each other, or they basically need to fight each other, but they can't. Because if they fight each other, then Yis will kill one of them. And then if Yis kills one of them, Yis kills both of them. So they have to... It's a weird thing. They have to ally. They have to ally. Unless the underwater player is just bad. Or unless one of these guys can go underwater easily. And then once they ally, then it's like, okay, well, what do? Well, they go pick a war somewhere else. Well, if they do that, then Yis will attack them. This is horrible. Horrible, 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 horrible for the land nations. Like, completely unfair. And anyway, Yis is going to have all of this. The problem is this doesn't look that bad. There's a lot of provinces in here. Like, this mountain thing, like, there's a ton of little provinces all here in the mountain. When you add it all up, it's about 70 provinces in Silent Sea, including the couple stars that Yis has. So, yeah, it's bad news bears. And anyway, the graphs got posted, and Yis is indeed the biggest player on the map, as I was saying he was going to be. So, and people, he was like buying gems off people. I was like, guys, do not trade with this guy unless you're sure you're ripping him off. Like, I don't care what it is. You don't need to understand it. Just don't trade with him unless you're sure you're ripping him off. Like, he's the biggest player. No, he's going to sit here and be able to be super greedy because nobody's going to come attack him. And he's an underwater nation too. That, you know, like an amphibious underwater nation. Like, it's such a easy game for him. Do not trade with him. So anyway, I have no idea how effective that was, but I called that shit right, because when the graphs finally got posted this turn, he is indeed the biggest player. He also, when like one turn after this, they posted the graphs for forts. He also has the second most forts, only behind like Therados, or third most forts maybe. The second one they didn't tell us who it was, because anyway. So, okay, what are we doing? Well, let's finish going through these. We attacked this and we killed the Ivy King with the power of imps. I meant to have these guys on hold and attack, but I apparently didn't. Yoink. Dude, that imp hit him for 26 damage. A bunch of events. Do you think they were good or bad? Growth +1. Okay, that's not horrible. But no, it actually is. Servants of Gay are trying to reclaim the land. This is actually us getting attacked. Great Fertility Festival. This actually is not very good. Oh no, wait. This might be the rebirth thing. I can't remember. -8 income, -8 resources, permanent. Awesome. Okay. Got a little income. Misfortune. Well, okay, we got a good event. This is our first good event. We had 2 good events, actually. How about that? They're not very good events, but they're a little good. But I would say in net, the losing, we definitely lost more permanent income than we gained. I don't know. This was kind of a neutral turn in terms of events. Okay, and now what we're doing is we're prepared. We have Alt 4 researched, and that gives me Body Ethereal. It also gives me Quickness, and I already had before that Moss Body. So anyway, what we're gonna do is we're flying in. And we also have a huge ass army, so I'm bringing everybody. We've got this lady flying in. She wouldn't make it except we made her all this gear. And I put the Shield of Valor on her, so she has air shield and a shield. It's kind of 2 birds with 1 stone. So that she's not going to get shot by the heavy cav. We gave her this, the Twist Fate thing, so that hopefully she doesn't get lance charged and die. And we gave her some basic armor. And then the boots, because she otherwise wouldn't be able to make it. And we're going to do Quickness, Moss Body, Bark Skin, and then a bunch of Swarm. And she's standing right behind my dragon. Or behind Mr. Wiggles, and he's going to do fire attack closest. And we've got some lance catching wolves up at the front. And one of the other things that I did, and I didn't really talk about it, but I did it, was we forged this Amulet of the Crescent Moon. I might have talked about it a little bit, but I had to empower to make it. You have to be Astral 3, Nature 1 to make it. And we got a crystal coin, because you remember we were making those. I made one for somebody else, for Utgard, and I made one for myself. To make that crystal coin, I had to empower, which sucks. So I empowered, then I made the crystal coin, but now I have to empower again to make this, because all I have is a Nature 1, Astral 1, and I need to be Astral 3. So I put the crystal coin on him 2, I have to empower once more to get Astral 3. Is that very wasteful? Yeah, it's pretty darn wasteful. But you know what? This is going to be really good on, like, we're doing a construction rush, and we have some really good stuff in not really good, pretty good stuff in construction. We're not going to do a construction rush, which is greedy, and then be like, well, we're not going to empower to make the stuff we need to. No, we're going to, like, okay, is it efficient? No. But we can't be that greedy where we don't make the things we need to make to win battles. The other thing we're going to do, and this will also require an empowerment, our lady here who has made this, we're empowering her in nature now. And the reason is, the other item I want to make is this. It's a DE item, Staff of Gaia, and it has primal power, which is going to affect the whole battlefield, and it's going to grant 4 strength, but only to animals. So that, in conjunction with this, means my wolves are all going to have 15 invulnerability and plus 4 strength. So if we look at their stats, we've got them coming in here. Right now they don't do that much. They only hit for 11 damage, which when you do armor and all this, it's chip damage. It's like maybe 1, 2 damage a turn. And their protection's nothing. So they're going to basically die every time they get hit. Invulnerability 15 means they're now going to be probably able to take a hit or 2. It may be they die on the 3rd hit. So it's possible that we've like tripled their survivability, which is pretty bad, but it's possible we've tripled it with that the amulet. And then we're going up 4 strength for these guys is a huge deal, because the difference between 11 and 14 isn't 4 damage. It's not like 20%. It is 4 damage, but it's not like it's like 20%, because you have to factor in their protection. When you look at how much damage we actually inflict, there's going to be like tripling their damage probably. So we're going to like triple their defense and triple their attack effectively. And they're going to be less resistant or less likely to die from a single crossbow bolt. So that's also nice. They're just going to start doing their job actually okay. I don't have the Staff of Gaia, but for this we're just going to run in here with what we've got, which is the Crescent Moon thing. We've got all these guys spread out there in skirmish formation. They're just going to shoot. The idea is this guy distracts everybody and kills them all. We've got quickness being cast on him, Moss Body, Body Ethereal. He's going to run around, and the combat, he's not going to have regen, but we can see they're almost about to get Dom killed. He's not going to have regen, but he's going to run around and kill them all really quickly. Anyway, in Tartary, I'll just say as we do this, they have excellent PD, like very, very good PD. Like the fact that they PD dump and they get very high quality heavy cav, that's a pretty big thing. Okay. In fact, if I knew how good Tartary's PD was, I'd be really careful attacking him or being so aggressive with them early, because they can, like the thing I did where I moved here and I PD dumped, they can do that, except they do it way better. Because like when I PD dump, I get this garbage. I get a villain, which is shit, and I get a pikeneer, which is shit. When Tartary PD dumps, let me show you what they get. When Tartary PD dumps, they get these guys who have composite bows, which are actually good, not like shitty short bows, right? And then they're better geared. I think this is better gear than, and they have decent swords. I think they're better in many ways than a villain. Though maybe I'm wrong. But this is not what's important. What's important is they get this. They get the cataphract. And like the fact that you could put 50 PD here, and well, 50 is a ton, but like you could go in somebody's cap circle and do a PD dump and put a shit ton of cataphracts. Oh my god. Like what if somebody had a heavy cav province in their cap circle and you took it and you PD dumped and you got heavy cav in this row and you got your own heavy cav in this row. I mean, let me show you real quick. Because this is a shitty province. We probably die there, actually. We don't. Or like barbs. Yeah, oh well, just trust me, all right? Anyway, that's a thing you can do with Tartary. Coming back, we're on turn 28. And Oh, wait, no, we're on turn 29, right? Yeah, we're on turn 29. Yeah, so we're going to attack. We're going to have a big battle. And I'm going to show you that battle, and that's going to take us to our current turn. But that's basically all that's happening. We're doing a bunch of forging and other stuff. And, you know, like, important things I haven't been talking to you about, like, that we're empowering. You know, I mentioned it to you now, but there's a lot of stuff that's happening in the background. Our blood hunting's going. We're about to get another blood hunting operation set up here. We really got to start getting our blood hunting going. Let's go ahead and go to my current turn, and then we'll talk about research priorities. Because that's really important here. In a game this big... Oh, sorry there, guys. The game just crashed. It ran out of memory. I wonder why. The game is not very happy when you... If you start doing multiple saves of this, it crashes super hard. A lot of times you have to, like, quit the minions and restart it. Because this map is so big and so complicated with all the, like, the turn file. Found some magic sites. We got a Starlit Pond. I don't know if I've even been mentioning all the magic sites we found. We've done pretty good in magic sites. Like, if we look at score graphs, our province count's been going pretty good. We've had some. This was Indies here. Forts were okay. Income were kind of okay. Gym income, we're doing actually really good. Gym income, I bet you. I don't think we're a gym like a game leader, but I think we're up there. In terms of size, we were actually number 5 or number 7. So we're doing okay in size. Research, you can see we're starting to inflect up. Dominion, not very good. Our Dominion, we've been getting punished by so many Dominion events. Every turn we get a bad Dominion event. That's why it's like going down all the time. Like all the time bad Dominion events. Army size, like so. And ascension points. Okay, anyway. We had a big battle. Let's go watch it. So here's what we've got on the enemy side. We've got just a boatload of these guys. They're basically all set to fire. We've got the wolves running in, and their heavy cav actually is trapped. They can't break out yet. And you will see our wolves should have invulnerability 15. Meanwhile, this guy has been buffed up with... Mr. Wiggles is now ethereal, and he's quickened, and he's about to have Moss Body. See how these guys do on the charge. Yeah, look. See, they don't instantly die. Like, normally they would be dead right now. Like, they're not going to last that long, but, like, look, they're still here. They're still here. So, actually kind of working. Meanwhile, these guys are slamming into the heavy cav. And Mr. Wiggles drops in and probably diseases half of my dudes. And he's much faster now. His combat speed's 20, used to be 10. So he's going to trample much quicker. And we got flaming arrows on a lot of our dudes. This flank of theirs is about to break, and we're about to just YOLO in here. Mr. Wiggles hardly gets hit the whole time. I think he still has Moss Body on him, yeah. There's a huge barrage of crossbow bolts coming in. This generally points out kind of the problem with PD dumping or relying on it is the weakness of it is that you can concentrate forces on it, and you can't obviously move around a PD dump. So here we killed the Ivymen. I think this was using Legions of Steel primarily, and a few imps. Though we didn't have as many imps this time. Oh no, Body Ethereal. And he's about to do carnivorous plants. Alright, the Ivy Man escapes. Some of our guys die from the poison. Such is the world we live in. We kill these long dead here. This was this group down here. We had been guarding this, but they, they know they can't attack us if we're here, so we went and took this, and then we'll move back here. We can see Atlantis already has a fort down here, which is not great news for us. And there's this. I think we're getting to the point I'm going to need to think about depopulating these oceans. Because Relay also moved up here, which we'll come to that in a second. But anyway, we took this. The losses we took were pretty reasonable. We only lost like 3 Rangers and 7 Infantry and 9 Zweihanders. Hardly anything in terms of real troops, and just some wolves. And we killed, 200 units of horsey cav, or archer cav. If I was really YOLO, I could jump over here with my dragon and this lady. I kind of think that may be the move. Okay, we're going to test it, guys. This is going to be... this is going to be a lot of Bakemono here, but... we know about how much PD they have. Let's go to our test game real quick. Boy, okay. We actually have to make our test game. Tools. Okay, let's put our debug mod on. And then it'll allow us to recruit stuff faster. And I'm going to pause while I get it set up. All right, so I've got it set up now. And we're basically going to do quickness. We're going to run in. I don't have all the right gear on her necessarily, but it should be good enough. This is how we would do it. I got a bunch of guys here. My god's about at the HP, max HP he would have, and we got neutral dominion. Which is about the same circumstance we'll have. We'll be in a cave, which will actually make it a little better for my god. We'll see how it goes. Can he survive? I don't think he will. This is why I'm not inclined to do it, but I haven't tested it. Did you moss body yourselves, you hookers? Okay, you didn't. And you body ethereal. Okay, let's see how this goes. How's he doing? Oh, he's gonna die. Yep. Now that is more than we expect to have in there. Like, it's not gonna be quite so many horse warriors. But that's why we're not gonna do it. That is why we're not gonna do it. Our god is there to survive a limited amount of time and then to kill them. That is his job. Or let my army kill them. So that is how we're going to use him. He is not a Titan. Not yet. He's not of Titan quality yet. He will be, but not yet. Okay, anyway. We're moving the army here. When we take this, we're going to send a significant portion of this force down here to collect all these things from the Ivy King. The other thing that I want to talk about now, we're going to talk about research at the end, but the other thing I want to talk about is Relay, because this is a pretty big stack, 160 dudes. He may decide he's going to attack me. The problem is, if he decides he's going to attack me, then he may as well decide if he's going to attack me, he might as well start by taking this fort. So we're going to... We had some villains that attacked here because... Oh. Was this... Oh no, this was... We had villains attack here earlier. This time it was Dryads, but this province has been attacked by a couple things, I think. Or maybe it was just this. Maybe the villains were in a different tile. Anyway, if he's going to attack me, I can't stop him. I might... If I were him, I might attack me. I don't know. We're going to kill this army, though. The thing is... Yeah, I need to... Once I get him in a lab, we already have enough to do bat transformation. I think this is what we're going to do. We're going to let him come until he's like, oh, I'm going to go attack into your thing. The second he goes and attacks into someplace that has friendly dominion, we're going to send the dragon on him. Yep. That's exactly what we're going to do. Send the dragon. And he will instantly kill all this. So that will be nice. I could send him into a place that does not have my dominion yet, but that's a little risky. And this basically is a copy bat transformation, which we have researched. It is a copy of Cloud Trapeze. You cannot cast it underwater, but you can target underwater. And so anyway, from here... I mean, I don't know if we can figure out how far it is. Yeah, I don't know. Well, we can count 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we can get all the way up here. We could potentially, and this is what I was thinking about. If I was in a lab, I would consider jumping here just to try to bump him. Because very likely he comes in here and attacks. The problem, though, with all this business is if he does it... I need to kill this before I send my dragon, is kind of the main problem. That's kind of the main problem. And if you think how many turns it's going to be next turn, we issue the attack orders. Turn after, we take it. And... the turn after that, I have to move back to a lab. So that's 3, and then the turn after that, I can magic phase. So that's 4 turns. In 4 turns, he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, or something. And then what am I going to do? Do I have to... I don't even know. I mean, we would kill the army. I think what I'm going to be more inclined to do is PD dump. Which I thought about doing this turn. Problem is, I think this is bad PD. Oh, wait, no, it's Turtle Tribe. That's actually kind of not bad. This one is kind of good, though. Because I get these, the Triton Troopers, who are actually pretty legit. And these guys are sort of legit, too. They have a lot of HP. I'm not opposed to canceling troop production for a turn. In PD dumping these, because the relay and mobs do not do well against decent PD. The thing about it, though, and I thought about doing this, is canceling troop production, doing it here. Technically, he can go a bunch of different ways. But practically... oh, he can even skip and go here. If he skips and goes here... okay, we were going to search here. I don't think we're going to. I think we're actually going to move him to this province for a few reasons. One, there's a lab, so if I want to, I can magic phase on top of him. And I'm kind of inclined to do that, because fuck him. If he does that. I hate squids. I hate squids so much. So if he does it, we're going to magic phase on top of him and kill him. And I've got a ring and everything. We're ready to go. We got the ring of water breathing. You know what I kind of want, though? I kind of want 2 rings of water breathing. So we're going to site search here. What I'm actually going to do is make another ring of water breathing. And now, if I want to, I can teleport a mage in here with him. If I think it's going to be feisty. Which I don't think it will, but we'll see. Yeah, we're going to immediately kill this army. If he jumps in here. I can't tell... I'm not sure if I would need... you know what would be kind of nice to have? What is returning? It's only 2? I'm going to pick up returning real quick. This is a good point to talk about research, because we're going to run up Construction 6, then hit Conjuration 5, then hit Construction 8. We're going to get Thom 2, because it's super cheap. It's going to cost 200, so it's going to slow us down a little bit, but it's not going to, it may not even delay our construction timing by a turn. And this will make it where I can just guarantee I can send my god in, out of Dominion, and kill all of his dudes. Almost guaranteed. Almost guaranteed. And what it will amount to is... Anyway, let's finish this. Conjuration 5, and then we're going to go back up construction. What it will amount to is finding one of my astral randoms, which I've got one right here, sending him in, and basically he will do body ethereal and then returning. And the dragon will then proceed to kill everybody before he can get zapped. And he's going to be rolling in, once he's here, right now his max HP, he's on one friendly Dominion, is 348, or 384. He's going to be like 440 or something, 450 probably, in this province. Probably 440. And I think we still have a corpse here or two. If Relay is nice and does not attack, then we'll just be friendly, and next turn we come over here with more max HP than we would have had if we stayed here. So even if we go attack this, there's benefit to moving. We're giving up site searching a little bit. We're site searching here with her, which is fine. That's fine. This province also, by the way, is another awesome province. 14,000 population. This is like probably worth as much as all of England right here. These 4 provinces. So, yeah. 21, 14, 23, 15. And you come and look at like what was near my capital. We had like, oh no, we did have one good one. We had 24. But then we had like 6, 9. This one was 10. 5, 7. But his stuff, this one was shitty. I don't know. Anyway, this is super valuable, this province area right here. So yeah, we're going to move the dragon here. I'm glad I came back and recorded this, because I wouldn't have thought of this. We're going to move it here. If he attacks, we're magic phasing in him and an idiot into this province, and we're going to delete this stack. And that'll be a good fuck you very much, don't mess with me. He's probably, this is what's going to happen. He's going to send some cheeky ass message, like, you know, stupid squid things. And I don't know who the player is really. I mean, I know who they are, but I haven't played games with them before. And look, if I were the squids, I would probably attack me. So I would do the same thing. If I were him, I would attack me, and I would send some stupid squid message like, you know, we're the squids and this is the water, and attack. Yeah. So anyway, I presume he's going to do that, right? He's going to attack, send something stupid, and then we're going to magic phase on top of him. And he's going to be very, very sad. Very, very, very sad. I don't think... God, these guys do almost no damage. Our protection's actually going to be effective against them. But the battle... I don't know. It'd be really good to have regen. If somehow we get a candle to spread over here, that would be most excellent. Most excellent. We need to start upgrading this. You know what I may do? I want to get this upgraded bad enough. I think what I may do is we're going to switch over to high resource production for a turn or two. Even though I kind of want the archers more in my next war. We can put these up in case I have to deal with Vanheim. These guys over here. Okay, we're going to start upgrading this one. These ones that are over 20k, I think I want to get them to be citadels. This one and this one. This one we have to start building. Oh, we have started it. So we started a palisade here. I think that was a turn or two ago. So yeah, we got 2 palisades coming up. We're going to have to, I don't know. We might have to slow recruitment down in general to deal with that. Like, to deal with all the infrastructure we're going to have to be putting up. Because I also have a fort finishing here this turn. And I'm building a lab this turn. Yeah, our infrastructure demands are going to be crazy. But I want to go ahead and... We're also infiltrating Swaki or whatever. It may not have been successful. Or no, it wasn't successful this time. We got the message. The infiltration failed and he was exposed. So what that means is they got a message saying that somebody was trying to infiltrate their cap. So they're going to probably try to patrol me out. You know, what are we going to do? One of the things that's funny that Ulm can do is we can use these guys to infiltrate, and if they catch us, we can do returning. But I don't know. I would almost rather spin this guy than 2 Astral Pearls. And I think that's basically it. I think that's it. But this was the final nail in the coffin of Tartary. And yeah, this will kill him. We're sending these guys here in case he chooses to raid. And I think that's basically... Oh, we're going to talk research. So research, we're picking up Tom 2 real quick. We're getting construction 6 because more than anything, my timing on lanterns is going to be one of the most important things. And we're spamming out hammers. We've got a fair amount of fire randoms, if I recall. Got some air randoms here now. Fire random. Let's see how many we've got. I know there's some in my army. I hope they don't die. Two, 3, 4. Yeah, they're not even gonna... I've got 3 right here. They're not even going into the army. Like, I'm not... Can we not move anybody else here? The hell? And this way we were going to preach. We're going to preach with one guy, but I'm going to search with the other. Actually, we've already got a candle here. I don't really need to preach. Okay, we're going to move this guy here. We're going to move here. I think in general, though, I'm going to try not... Well, he's already searching. I think in general, we're probably not going to bring these guys with us because... right now I have 4 fire randoms, and I know I've lost a couple in fights before, but that's going to mean I can make 4 lanterns per turn. And it's coming up. It's coming up. It's probably like 6 turns away. And once I get that, because I'm going to have hopefully at least 6 hammers by then, my research graph is going to go like linear straight up. Yeah, it's going to be like if you lanterns are 12 research, I think, per thing. Our mentors, which by the way, we finally got our other lady, and she's making a skull mentor. She's making a skull mentor. We have a huge pile of death gems, and we're gonna, until we get lanterns, we're just gonna make skull mentors. And so once we have lanterns, we're gonna find better things to do with our death gems. But yeah, so lanterns give us, I think these are what, 14? Why can't I remember? I think it's more than 9. Anyway, it's going to be a lot of research for 2 fire gems. That's all I know. That is all I know. It's a lot of research for 2 fire gems. And we are going to roll with that. So tune in next time, and you will hopefully see the big battle here with Tartary. And then we're going to plan something very sneaky for Swakili. Right now, Swakili is fighting... And I'm probably saying it wrong. I'm probably saying everything wrong, as I do. Okay, so Sawaki. I don't know. Yeah, Sawaki. They are fighting Gondwana, which I think is... which one's Gondwana? This is Gondwana. Unfortunately for Gondwana would probably be able to handle Sawaki, but what they can't handle is Caleb. And Caleb just wiped out a huge one of their stacks with air elementals, like a bajillion air elementals. So now they're fucked. They're right over here. So Caleb, you can see Caleb is down here. I don't even know where Caleb's capital is, but Caleb apparently is kind of big. So they're running over here. They're eating Gondwana. And these guys are attacking him from the other way. Gondwana also is part of eating Ulm. I don't know where... I think Ulm is maybe over here. I don't know, guys. But ideally, we strike while the iron's hot. I'm getting... One thing I haven't mentioned, but I had been getting... Normally, you don't recruit these out of forts because they're not great leaders. We need stealthy leaders, though, because we're gonna basically do a sneak attack. And I think what I'm going to do is one turn, he's not expecting it. I'm going to put my god and a bunch of wolves and a bunch of rangers, enough to pop his cap. We're going to... If I can sneak them through and I get them here and then here... How well is it organized? Very well organized. I can't... I want to go back and check what it was last turn. $30. Let's see what it was on 29. I think it was well organized, but not very well organized. Wait. 28. Quite well organized. Quite well organized. Oh, he's a spy. You can see it's 6. So they're never going to catch wolves with this. And we can actually go back and see what it was the turn before, on turn 27. I actually forgot that spies could see the exact PD. That's kind of cool. Six as well. So he's got 6 everywhere. What this means is we're going to be able to sneak a big enough army to one turn pop his cap, put it on here with the dragon, and just have the dragon go completely ham, attacking the back. And we'll do that at the same time as we put this fort. We'll basically attack a lot of, like 5 provinces at once, one turn pop his cap, and hopefully that will be the end of Sawaki. And after that, I'll probably try to make peace with Caleb. If Caleb will make peace, then Caleb can probably go do things in other directions. Then I'm going to come deal with Vanheim. And then once I've dealt with Vanheim, then I think that is all the land. I may decide to do a little bit more war down here, but I think that is basically it for the conquering of Europe. I think after this, we're going to go head to other worlds. And I'm not sure where. Marignan is enormous, and they're eating Hinnom. So Marignan's really big. We could come mess with them. But they're also fighting Scaleria, who is also big. I kind of maybe want to stay out of this world. That seems hard. I think I may start eating moons. But other people are probably thinking that too. And my scouting network's not great. I really could do with more info. Here we can see the Yis-Bod border. So anyway, that's kind of my rough plan. I didn't talk that much about research. Research, timing for Construction 6 with Quills is going to matter. I mean, with Lantern is going to matter a lot. There's probably more stuff I can get at 6. I probably need to take another look and see what are all the things I can get. Conjuration 5 plus Construction 6 is going to mean I can do Banelord Thugs, which apparently are pretty good in DE. And I have a Reforming Flesh Bless, which, I don't know. Let's take a look at Death real quick. 5. Can only be cast underwater. We need to look at some of these. But this is the main one, the Bane Lord. But I don't know. There's other stuff. I don't want to go high in this, though. I don't want to go high in this at all. And I may honestly stop at like... Black Servant's actually decent with Alm. I was testing some things. How long has this episode been going? Oh, over an hour. Okay, we'll talk about it later, guys. But I need to go high enough in Conjuration to get Thugs, is basically the thing. And I think it's Bane Lords, but it may be as low as Black Servants. And once I have Thugs, or it could even be a... I don't think it's going to be a Bane. But with the amount of gear I'm going to want to put on, I want it to be a better chassis. And anyway. We'll see. I've tested it before. I think I'm going to go Conjuration 5, because then that's going to be not going to be super duper greedy. And then after that, we're going to go up to Construction 8. And getting timings on artifacts is going to be one of the most important things for me. And I hope it works. But it's only going to work if I have good research. And I also have to be winning wars. So in some ways, those are like conflicting things. So we have to find out what value we can take out of construction as we go. And then I think we need to put some of that construction to use with Thugs. So that's why we're going Conjuration. And then we're going to hop right back on the train. But we're getting Construction 6 first so I can ramp up Lantern production. Because that's like one of the most important things. But wait, I thought what turn is this? Okay. Yeah, we are Alt 4. Okay. Oh, this is like way back in time. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.